think about it. There was never a point in this fight where he was doubting himself. He was like, oh my God, like he's too strong. Like he wasn't pulling a Vegeta. Oh my God, Vegeta used to always be like, oh, he's too powerful. Like, you know how he shits himself? Bardock did not shit himself once. My man had the clean undies, bro. Not a single drop.
Oh, that's that good shit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ooch. I'm here with my brother Ooch and the homie Kai, and we are back again, once again. How y'all doing today? Fellas, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, your favorite podcast is back again. Once again, I'm hoping all y'all are doing fantastical today. I don't even know if that's a real word, but you know what? It is tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, brother Ooch, how you doing today, sir?
Doing good. Y'all already know the usual, man. You know, work day, keeping it light, you know. Even though it's a rough day, you can't complain about it, you know. You got the lifting leg day. Struggling a little bit, you know, but you know, gotta push it. That's about it though.
Kai, you sir, how about you?
Yeah, I'm pushing, but I'm definitely a little more drained right now. Other than that,
I feel that
it's pretty good. I like that we have some questions answered from this chapter, but there was also a lot of shit that I did not appreciate.
Ooh, I can't wait to get into it then. Ooh, I always look forward to when y'all don't like shit about things that like
That's when we get heated.
Yes, because I will say, obviously, for those that, you know, didn't get the memo or, you know, it wasn't already obvious, right? This week's episode is going to be solely dedicated to reviewing this chapter from start to finish and then going over pretty much the pros and cons, which for me, I feel like there's more pros and cons, but we're going to get into it. So, I'm gonna try my best to breeze through this as fast as possible. We're not gonna, you know, read every single bit of freaking detail here, but that is exactly what's going on for this week's episode. But make sure you guys are, as always, liking, commenting all your thoughts below. Also, you can hit us up at fullpowerpod@gmail.com if you have any concerns, questions, future topic ideas you want to hear us talk about, and yeah, let us know all that and more, because I should also say that the first episode on this new channel hit over 3,000 views, and that's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty big, nice accomplishment to say. And at the time of this very recording, we're like a few subs shy of 100 subscribers within the first week of just releasing our first episode 50 straight up. So big shout outs to all you guys that have been listening, tuning in every week consistently, and a bigger shout out to freaking Geekdom for coming on last time. So I don't know when we have to like save him for like incremental, you know, like episodes. Like honestly, I would love to talk to him every episode, but I mean then it's just like no one's gonna give a shit, be like, oh yeah, whatever, Geekdom's on here all the time, like he's gonna feel like another host at that point, which, you know. So either way, guys, let's get right into this chapter. So I love how they did not bullshit us this week. Okay, when they said Bardock versus Gas Part 2, they meant it. Okay, they did not even flashback, cut back and forth between what was currently happening with Goku, right, and this fight. This chapter was solely dedicated for this fight, and that was one of the things I wanted to point out the most right now to start, because that was very appreciative, because usually we get gypped. So we got gypped the last time. We only just started getting to freaking, you know, see what was going on with Bardock and Gas back in the day. So here we go.
I fucking called it. I said they were gonna use the whole chapter for this, and they weren't gonna answer any of those questions, because you know when Goku had that trigger moment, nah, they gotta milk that.
Absolutely.
Gotta make us wait.
There's so many things I want to say. So, but let me breeze through this real quick. So they're going back. So essentially they're going back and forth, and they are like, Bardock at first is like actually getting like his shit rocked a little bit. Okay, like Gas still has the ability to like create weapons, right? Bardock is getting busted open. Like all bloodied up, tossed around. But he's really like, I really fuck with this dude's energy. Like, he really is coming in at gas with all fuel, and he is like he's getting hit back, he's getting zapped, right? He's getting blown back, and but he still keeps going in. And we've definitely seen this a lot, because the apple did not fall far from the tree. Oh, okay. So then we cut over to Minato, and this is actually the end of the preview pages that were shown on the official Dragon Ball website. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, do not tell me this is about to be on some lame shit where he wishes for him to, like whatever, right? Yeah. So either way, there's a little tease. That Minaito's gonna wish for something. It's the two Dragon Balls, of course. It's not like 7 or anything like. There's just a quick reminder. Bardock's still getting his ass washed. Okay. Now in the distance, however, the dragon gets summoned, and I don't know if they revealed this earlier, but this dragon actually has a name. I don't know if do you remember that at all? If they ever revealed this dude's name, the dragon?
I couldn't recall.
Yeah, see, like I couldn't either. So this dude's name is Todonbo. So we don't have to call him the other Shenron anymore. So he has his own name, is Todonbo, right? So Todonbo comes out, and Todonbo actually has like a conversation with Bardock, right? Because Minato wanted to pull a Broly on Bardock. He wanted to wish Bardock back to his home planet for his own safety, because he wanted to just kind of, I guess help him out, because he was getting his ass rocked, right? And so Todonbo literally says, "It is Minaito's wish that I should transport you to your home planet, Vegeta." And then pretty much is like, "So do you accept the charges?" Like my man was like calling collect, and you answered the phone. He's like, "Do you accept the charges?" Which I thought was fucking hilarious, right? So he goes back to Minato and he's like, "I am afraid he has refused." And I'm just like, interesting, right? So naturally, that was not what I was surprised about, but we could get back into that, right? So going forward, Bardock, a Saiyan would rather die than run from an enemy. Oh, like he is on some like Super Saiyan type shit without the Super Saiyan, right? That's just how Saiyans are. And he's going in, and what I like about the dialogue between him and Gas in this fight is that Gas literally is saying with his own lines, like, your attacks are barely tickling me. Like Bardock is giving it his all, and he's not touching this dude right now, right? And he's going back and forth, and Minato is trying to like just persuade him to just literally just please, like, just accept this wish, like you're gonna die type stuff, right? But then Bardock says the line that everyone has been memeing on, talking about, which I'm sure we're gonna get more into and break it down a little bit more. And again, Minato says, "I'm just trying to help you." And then Bardock's like, "What's this all about anyway? Are you making a wish on a star or something like that, right?" So he goes, "But sure, I'd wish that my sons end up thriving." And I'm not gonna lie, I read this and I was like, I was cheesing pretty much the entire chapter, but when I saw this, I was like, come on, yo, Bardock is... This chapter, if not for anything else, I already loved Bardock, but this chapter made me really love Bardock, like on some heavy shit. Like he's like now I could say easily one of my, like, he's like in my like top 5 favorite characters of all time, easily, for free. No hesitation, right? So he basically says that, and then on the side, the Heaters are like kind of watching from a distance, and they don't really know what's going on, but they did peep that the Dragon Balls split. So like, when you make a wish and then like the wish is granted or whatever, then the balls kind of like split and you got to go find them again. So it's not really confirmed or not if Minato actually did make a wish or not. We can get into that later. So Elik with no beard, because this is younger Elik, right? He's like about to go check it out. Minaito's watching little baby Granola like passed out on the bed because like he's been knocked out during this whole thing. And while all that's going on, Gas and Bardock are still going at it. And Gas at this point in the fight, his tusks are out, right? He is like he's powering up as the fight is going on. He's getting, he's getting to that berserker rage type stuff. Bardock is still taking all these blows. He's getting knocked back, thrown to the ground. He literally even has a shot where my man looks like he got yamcha'd right into the floor, okay? Like cratered and everything. I'm sure y'all can picture that for yourselves, okay? When freaking Yamcha lost the Magikarp, you know what I'm saying? Bardock was in that same situation, but he really was getting his ass whooped. And then the next big thing that I was like, oh my god, he yanked his fucking tail off, popped it off, like just like how Piccolo took that shit off from Gohan back in the day. And right when it looked like he was about to spear him, my Naito comes out of nowhere and takes the spear right to the shoulder. It looked like it was pretty close to the heart, but no, it was a shoulder, ladies and gentlemen. All right, takes it right to the shoulder, and that just pissed off not Bardock, but it pissed off Gas. Where this is what enraged Gas, because he was probably so annoyed, like, why is this stupid Namekian getting in the way? I'm just trying to off this man. So he's all powered up, and now he looks like how he looks currently fighting Goku, right? And even so, he is like he still charges at Bardock, and he's got him by the throat, and Bardock's not giving up. My man has no shot right now, but point blank up in his face, and even then it didn't really do much. But Bardock is still going at it. I'm sure if at any point in the future when they animate this is probably, people are gonna look at this fight and they're gonna be like, this is one of the greatest fights of all time. I just have that feeling, because the fights where characters always get their asses beat but they keep fighting are the ones that always get the most praise and the most respect, because people love that shit. This is low-key reminiscing of Rock Lee Gaara, to me at least, because it's on the same principle. It's like, bro, like this dude, he got nothing. Okay, because this is a flashback. We know, like, he's not gonna go Super Saiyan. He's not gonna go. I mean, we're hoping, Primal something, right? But nah, like, he's still in his base ass form, just taking on this super strong character. And even when he's not doing nothing, he's still coming at him. And so then we get to a point where we're like, he's having a conversation now, because Gas don't know what else to do. He's like, is this atonement for as you face death? Are you atoning for the sins of all Saiyans by protecting the child? Bardock says, yeet. So then he goes, revenge then? Giving into your rage over us killing the Namekian and the Cerulean woman? Wrong again. My man Bardock gave no fucks. And then Gas goes, why do you fight? He's like, why is it running through your skull as you do battle? He's like, what is it that is running through your skull and doing battle? And this is the part where I thought Bardock was about to pull out some crazy shit, right? But no. He clearly takes on some sort of powered up state though. There's aura. They made sure that shit was white, okay? They made sure that shit was right around his hair. Hair got a little breeze to it, okay? It's not Super Saiyan spikes, but got a little breeze to it, okay? You already know they put the fucking fan under him, okay? All right? And when Gas went to punch him, catches it. And Gas was alerted. My man had the MGS, okay? He was like, oh my God. And then Bardock says, isn't it obvious? In a life and death battle, what sort of idiot would think about anything else besides victory? Come on. Come on. This guy, this dude Bardock if he wasn't already instantly, has become loads of people's favorite character. Has to be. This guy is OD. This is literally where Goku gets it from. Straight up, without a question or a shadow of a doubt. Then he 1-inch punches man's in the fucking gut, and Gas for the first time. Now he took that shit. Before, it was tickles and bullshit. Now it's, I'm feeling it. I'm hurting. Right? He's, oh my God, like, you can see it in this dude's freaking face. And then Bardock says, I fight when there's an enemy I want to beat down. Nothing more to it. And then he blasts him away. And then, of course, Gas gets up and he's like, how are you doing this? You Saiyans have no ascended states beyond or besides the great ape. And that was a line right there that I was like, oh, okay. Now what's the retort, right? Bardock says, you're ignorant, and that's wait, what does he say? It's like hella small on my screen. He's like, you're ignorant and that's my fault? Nah. See, we Saiyans have a way of growing and evolving every time we push past our limits. So I don't know if that was just something that he wanted to say. That was one way you could take that, or we could take it in the way that we've been kind of alluding to in these episodes, where it's just like, what if there is some backstory shit about the Saiyans that no one really knows? Like it's a secret amongst secrets. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly at this point, Bardock is completely confident in his ability to beat this dude's ass after getting his ass handed to him. And again, hair is completely in the same state. He just has this aura. And because the manga is black and white, all we can assume is that it's a white aura. At best. Maybe it's yellow. At best. We don't know.
It ain't yellow. It's probably just normal shit.
Yeah, right. It's probably but hey, but it's distinctly in the shot, in these pages, in these panels. So he says that, and then Gas says, I represent a limit that no lowly Saiyan can surpass. It cannot be. So again, when the villain has the doubt, when they start doubting the freaking Saiyans, and they learn the hard way, Bardock continued to whoop his ass. And then Elik at this point was watching the fight, and he's like, ugh, he went and let his inner nature loose. And Bardock again, bro, he gave him the freaking, I think this is the Riot Javelin. Or no, it looked like it was. But he did like the one-handed freaking blast, right? Yo, what's with the freaking one-handed blast? I just peeped, yo, like grandpa, like grandson? I don't know. Anyway, where he fucking annihilates Gas to the point where he powered his ass down all the way to his baby state. Like my man was right back into his kid form, from his berserker all the way to kid form. Like my man went from straight college to preschool. OD. Like that was, and you see the freaking like the dent in the ground from that blast. This dude is knocked. Elik had to go and pick his ass up, and he goes, I didn't think you'd lose control after unleashing yourself. A real shame. We'll have to double down on training. So of course at this point, obviously we know what happens. My man literally trained for the next fucking 40 years to prevent that from ever happening again, right? So, but then here's where things get a little bit more interesting, because then it's a conversation between Bardock and Elik. And then Elik says, when it comes to business, there's the hand you show and the hand you don't. Speaking of, your kind doesn't even know what Frieza is really planning, right? And see, at this point, this is exactly where Bardock starts getting the hunch. He didn't really have a hunch. He was told. Elik straight up pretty much spoiled it for him. He at least gave him the warning. He's like, you Saiyans are gullible saps. While you're in a daze playing catch up, don't be surprised if a meteor drops on your head. And he says, explain what you mean. He's like, wouldn't you like to know? Well, how about nah? And he freaking shoots him in the arm. And he falls off the mountain on some Tekken shit. So Elik didn't want to shoot him in the arm. Of course, he wanted to shoot him probably in the heart to kill him, but he missed. And then when he was trying to shoot him even off the freaking mountain, that's when he started getting the call that Frieza's ship was incoming. So there's another Frieza mention. We haven't had one of those in a bit in this arc. And then Elik's like, okay, we'll be right there. So he flies off, and then Minato also comes out of the rubble, and they kind of meet each other. They're both all fucked up, and it ends with the scouter on the ground that pretty much recorded that entire fucking fight, which I'm sure next chapter in May we will understand exactly, well, we will see what all this means for Goku going forward. So, Kai, do you want to start with your thoughts? Where do you want to start with this first?
I mean, I don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything we've been talking about. I don't think it's anything special. I think it's some regular aura bullshit.
The powered up, yeah.
Yeah. But I would like to say that after I read this, I went back to like every source of fucking Bardock's history that I could, and every single time I saw him die in a different story, he always had his tail. So what the fuck? Even in the Broly movie. So now I need to know what's going on with that.
Did he actually have his tail in the Broly movie?
Yes, he did.
Ooh.
Exactly.
They'll have. Well, wait. Well, hold on. There will have to be some sort of explanation for that, which I feel like is something that we are not going to really expect at first. To really expect it to be that simple of an explanation, because that's usually how they get us the best. It's the simple shit, right? It's the things that we just kind of like. It's not that it goes over our heads. It's just we don't even think of that to be an option. But I say all this because watch it be something as simple as if it can get yanked out, they could just yank it back.
Yeah, he can just crack his back and then, he's good.
Right, because, because here's the thing, like, is that, because it's been a long time, obviously, since we've had to, like, really dive into, like, how the Saiyan biology works. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as their tails go, because from the past, it was just assumed, like, well, if you cut it off or something, or pull it off, I guess, then that's it. They're done. They'll never have it again. But think about it. These guys were in so many different battles, like going from planet to planet, being like the Ravagers that they are. And who's to say that, like, some of them didn't experience something similar where either their tail got straight up cut off or something of the similar nature, and then they had something that hasn't been revealed even to now as to how they can regain those tails, right? And who knows? I mean, even just thinking about it now, you would figure Vegeta would know of all people.
Yeah,
that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah. So this is the good part about talking about this, because we can literally talk ourselves to the answer. Like we just figure it out on the fly. But was there anything else that you wanted to throw out there before we pass it off to Brother Ooch?
I really did not like the wish. I thought it was out of place, and while it might have been good for his character, I just think it was horrible as far as a backstory and as far as having questions answered and shit. Because if you wished for your sons to be thriving, one of them kind of didn't get the fucking wish.
What the fuck does that even mean? I want my sons to thrive. Like,
so what? Oh yeah, that's how it ties in, guys. Raditz really is in the new movie. There you go. He's still alive, thriving, just as Bardock wished.
God.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, that doesn't make sense, bro.
Exactly. That was not okay.
So, to that, right? I was one of the people that was hella joking on that fucking shit. That was like one of the first tweets I made after I got done reading the chapter. I was like, son's thriving. That's funny because, and then I just like put the picture of when fucking Raditz died. Right? Because
I didn't even think of Raditz when I heard of sons. I just thought of Goku, to be honest.
Oh,
like
so see, that's even worse, right? Brandon just straight up forgot this man's existence, because that is how, that is how low-key irrelevant Raditz has been to the overall story of like everything, if you think about it. Because like his purpose, and this is a fact, okay, his sole purpose in the Dragon Ball Z when he was first introduced was to literally set up for the other Saiyans, Vegeta and Nappa. And that's it. Right? He served his purpose. If you don't believe us, we talked about this fucking last week with Geekdom. So if you think we're just a bunch of schmucks, okay, well, try calling us that with Geekdom when he's agreeing with everything we're fucking saying too. So, have fun with that, right? But I also, so here's the opposite side of the fence for this whole thriving conversation. It is that he thrived, and by he I mean Raditz, because clearly Goku's the only one that would fit that whole wish if it actually was a wish. The fact that he survived the Saiyan eradication, the fact that he was able to grow up and live out his life to a certain adult point, that was them thriving, or that was Raditz thriving. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really think that should count as thriving. I think that he just kind of got lucky and he was at the right place at the right time, which was not his own planet at that exact time.
I honestly don't even believe the word thriving in this scenario. Like it doesn't make sense. Like for their future, cause who says like when they cause niggas die. Both of them die. That's not thriving. Goku thrives throughout the story,
right?
But that's Goku at that point. I don't believe that the wish should determine whether the character thrives. That makes no sense, to be honest.
Right.
Imagine if Goku actually thinks he's the way he is because Bardock literally said, "Oh, I wish my sons thrive." How would he feel?
Well, how would he feel? That's a great question.
You know what I mean? Because he's been putting in all the training, all the work, dedication, everything like that, and then to hear that, a wish for him to be thriving, did it give him a power boost, quote unquote? I'm gonna use for the listeners. You feel me? That shit doesn't make sense. That needs to be X'd out.
Yeah. It does.
That shit just needs to be.
That was a horrible decision.
Here's my take on that situation, right? I don't think that was actually what the wish was. I don't think there was a wish, period. I think what ended up happening was Minato canceled the summoning, and that's it. And
no, I think he made a wish. I don't think he would have just canceled it.
I mean, it could go two ways. It could either go the canceled wish, or because I don't know how this fucking this dragon, aka Shenron, works. Does he make wishes by telling the person whether they agree to the terms or some shit, or what?
Well, yeah. I think so. That was part of the interesting points that I wanted to also kind of talk about a little bit, was that Totembo, since he is a 2 dragon ball dragon, right? You don't need 7 for him. You just need the 2. He has certain conditions to him, right? There's always a cause and effect kind of thing. He's, for the most part, it seems like he can deliver, but there's always a cost or some sort of parent teacher fucking conference that needs to happen, right?
It's permission. It's permission.
Exactly.
To them at that.
So for example, when Chilai wished for Broly to be back on his home planet, and it was Shenron didn't need to ask for no fucking permission.
Because
Shenron sent that motherfucker straight to Vampa. No questions asked. Totembo, he said, hold on a second. I ain't got 5 more balls over here. Let me ask this dude if he actually wants this shit to happen. And I thought, I was like, you know what? That makes it unique. I
didn't understand that whole concept or that whole dialogue when I was reading that bitch. Because I was just what the fuck?
So wait. Are you trying to say that the amount of Dragon Balls is what's causing him to ask?
No. Well, not per se, because he's a 2-star or 2 Dragon Ball guy, right? Yeah. All I'm saying is that because he's not 7. Like, I'm saying that Totembo specifically has conditions to the wishes that he can like grant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen him in current time grant the wish of being the strongest in the universe, but at a cost. You know what I'm saying? Totembo, I feel like, is a very cost and effect dragon. That's like the best way to put it, because it just seems like, just off of what we've seen, that the lesser Dragon Ball amount you have, then, you know, it's not that you won't be able to get your wish, but there's going to be some trading that needs to be done. You know, like a give and take in a sense. Where Shenron is just like, okay, you found all 7, and I can pretty much wish for just about anything, but even he has limits.
Like literally regular Shenron, regular 7-star 7 Dragon Ball Shenron that we know has, when they tried to bring Goku back after he died from Cell, when, you know, he just transported out of there, they tried to wish him back, or even, you know, he was already alive, so they couldn't. Then they tried to wish him there, and then, you know, Shenron had to ask, and Goku was like, nah, don't leave me here.
Yeah, I think the funny part about that was, like, I feel like Shenron went a little above and beyond for that specific wish. I think that's like the best way to explain it, because listen, at this point, Shenron knows who the fuck Goku is. Okay, he knows them and the family. He just rang him up
on his personal number. He was like, "Yo, you want this?"
Exactly, and that's exactly what happens, because I think that's like one of the charms of Dragon Ball, is like, even when you think you know how things work, like rules, like there's always gonna be a time where it's just like they're gonna have like a spoof moment where it's just like speaking of Shenron, remember the part where in like Battle of Gods when Beerus was mentioned, Shenron shit himself. We never saw Shenron have emotions like that.
Right.
Like a dragon who grants wishes was afraid of a god, right? I mean, rightfully so. He's god of destruction. So it's like there's clearly some class to this shit and levels to it, of course. So like it's like, you know, when someone has a job and like they do their job one way, but then, you know, every once in a while, it's like you get the same person that's coming for the same shit for the most part, and then it's just like, and then you like throw them a bone.
Bro, it's like, I feel like these Dragon Balls is like court. It's like a representation of court type shit. Like, I don't even know.
So what do you mean? Like what like explain.
like this 2-star dragon, John. What is it? Totembo?
Yeah.
He's like your regular ass, like you go, like, let's say you get a fucking ticket, right? like you just go to court type shit, like, or if you think, whatchamacallit, if you think like you didn't deserve the ticket, like, you know what I mean, like, to dumb it down or some shit, like, but Shenron over here, he's like the Supreme Court type shit, like this motherfucker, he could do whatever the fuck he wants essentially, like, but he's for like the real shit, the real cases. I don't know. Right. It's such some weird shit. But I don't know. I mean, the Totembo, he's like, I feel like he just asked for permission from what we know. Yeah. As far as wishes go. So like, it's kind of interesting how that works, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think this whole conversation is hilarious. Just breaking down how the dragons work, and just literally almost like debunking what I just said, just because Shenron asked Goku, like, bro, do you really want to get wished back? Like, before I do this shit, like, that's true, but I just think that was like the one exception, because already at this point Shenron's familiar with these motherfuckers. At some point, you have to imagine Shenron's probably like, they're fucking making another wish. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, this dude was probably tired of the Z Warriors, and think about it. Look how many times Bulma confirmed like she would wish to just look 5 years younger. Remember that shit? Dude, they've probably used Shenron so many times to the point where it's just like, I'm sure he probably wants them to lose one of the Dragon Balls, so so it takes them longer to fucking
I
find
feel like
his
that's
ass.
like that's almost impossible though, because I mean they get rescattered in different, but they have the dragon fucking the radar.
Yeah.
So that shit don't even matter.
Right. So Brandon, so what out of this chapter, what did you find the most interesting, or was it what did you want to bring up the most, whether it was good or bad?
It's kind of like a general read for me, to be honest.
Okay. So
But,
it wasn't
like,
too much for you. Like it wasn't
it
OD.
wasn't- Nah, I mean, it was just like the wish, or the proclaimed wish that we don't know, I guess, if it went through or not, but like that was weird to me, but I kind of shrugged it off, you know. Other than that, I mean, it was a solid fight, but we obviously see traits of Goku where he gets his shit from. So I mean, that is what it is there. So like, other than that, I mean, I just want to know what they do next. Or like I imagine they're probably gonna go back to current time now, since
Right.
like we just saw the whole fight, and then we're gonna see kind of like how Goku reacts, because they're watching through the radar, right?
They're listening.
Or whatever, they're listening, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean it depends on how they kind of write everything else now. Like as far as the next chapter goes, like I don't really know what to expect as much. Even I could probably make some fucking assumptions, but but like, you know, the chapter wasn't nothing crazy.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I had a little poll when I made my I think I made like a little quick short out of when I was done reading it, asking people like how do they rate it. It was like awesome or weak. There's a lot more people that voted for awesome than weak, but there was some people that thought it was weak. I didn't think it was weak. I feel like I just really appreciated the character work that Toryotaro put into Bardock. Like, he made, in one chapter, he made this guy like so lovable. I like in the most badass way possible. Like, if you think about it, this is the one time since maybe the history of Bardock special that came out forever ago. Like, this is like, when that came out, that's the most like story you really see for Bardock himself, outside of like, you know, the non-canon special where he goes Super Saiyan against Chilled, and anything out of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, none of that shit matters anyway. And even with his moments at the beginning of the Broly film, right? In this chapter, like, there was Bardock had time. They gave him time. Like, they showed him off, and like they started to kind of get you warmed up for like, okay, like Bardock is really having some kind of like involvement here. And honestly, I just think this also at the same time, it really plays into his popularity, because I feel like when you think about it, they brought him in, they started to bring his ass in with that Broly movie. Okay? So that, I feel like Bardock definitely has high popularity value. And it could even be maybe not as big as Broly's, but it could be up there. Because now that I think about it, it was Bardock and Broly that were the first DLC characters for Dragon Ball FighterZ. This is a fact. They came together. That shit is crazy to even think about, but it's the truth. So maybe I was like, wow, like I just never, for me, because, you know, he was never my favorite, so I'm always looking at Broly, but it never occurred to me like, yo, maybe Bardock really is that popular. And here he is having such a prominent role in this arc, even through a flashback. And they took the time to really make you love this guy and like look at him like, wow, like he's Goku's dad, and we are seeing where Goku gets his like fighting spirit and his care for others from. Even though they're not like one-to-one, But like Bardock is essentially Goku with a little bit more of an edge. That's it. And I think that shit is awesome. And I just loved how, like, even through getting his ass whooped over and over and over, he still kept getting up and he still kept swinging. Even when the shit was tickling, he just kept swinging. And it's like the way he was fighting, it was almost as if like Bardock knew that as a Saiyan, he was going to reach a point where he would ascend right then and there. Like he was taking advantage of that. Like it was almost intentional is how I kind of got that. Because it was like, because there was never a, think about it, there was never a point in this fight where he was doubting himself. He was like, oh my God, like he's too strong. Like he wasn't pulling a Vegeta. Oh my God, Vegeta used to always be like, oh, it's too powerful. Like, you know how he shits himself? Bardock did not shit himself once. My man had the clean undies, bro. Not a single drop.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that actually like irked me was that he lost his tail or some shit. So like,
yeah.
But you know what? Even then, he didn't even doubt himself. He lost his tail, and he still got a fucking power up from it. No questions asked, on the spot.
Like you would think, like the tail cut off would cut his strength in half, or whatever the case may be.
A portion, something.
Yeah, he would lose something, but I guess not.
Dude,
wrong again.
Wrong again, and that's what I'm. That's the
actually.
That's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to drive home for real. Is that like I really think that these Saiyans have been truly overlooked for their entire existence. I think they are so much stronger than meets the eye, and I think Bardock had a little bit of a intuition about it, and he used it to his own advantage in a sense. It's almost as like he knew as a condition, I have to get my ass whooped and I have to put my all into it in order for me to surpass my current limit. That's fire. I mean, like that is crazy.
The only counter to that though is if the villain in this case actually takes you seriously and fucking kills you before you could
well, yeah, of course.
Before you could do that shit, you're done. But
that's always going to be the underlying like the groundwork, right? Is like, sure, when you like, the whole point is when you give Saiyans the opportunity to actually go back and forth with you, not even if it's one-sided, okay? Because that's where the villains always fuck up. Is they feel like they're the shit. They feel like, oh, like I'm way stronger. I could toy around with this dude. I could have fun. And guess what happens? They play with their food too much, and then they're gonna start choking. And that's what happens. You give Saiyans too much time to actually allow them to surpass that shit, they will. It happens. We've seen this so many different times. And like, in order to defeat them, you have to at first be so strong and just smack them down immediately. You have to nip the bud immediately. You cannot give them an opportunity. That is how you truly defeat a Saiyan. Think about it. When Beerus fought Goku, like for the first few rounds, dead. In Super Saiyan 3, dead. Straight shot to the neck. That's all it took. Beerus didn't have to try.
The knockout. Knocked
him out. Man, remember when we were seeing it? We were sitting in the damn theater watching our favorite form getting fucking disrespected.
Demolished.
Like, Super Saiyan 3 went from being one of the most hyped, memorable, and loved form transformation moments in all of anime history to
getting Jigglypuff rested.
Beerus might as well have had a marker and fucking started drawing on his face at that point. Just like you freaking said, Jigglypuff moment. So yeah, man. So like, yeah, overall, I think this chapter was fire. And going forward, my prediction for 84 is that we're gonna see more of the fight between Goku and Gas now. I think Minato is going to confirm or deny if he actually made a wish. I think that there will be a conversation that will be had, because remember, right now they're currently listening to this whole fight happen. And so if you know, like, they're listening to it and Minaito's like, you know, probably remembering exactly every little thing that happened, it could either be between Goku or Vegeta, like, hey, like, what did you even wish for then if Bardock said no? Like, I could see that happening. And then Minato will confirm it right then and there. He'll be like, I did exactly what your father said, or he just canceled it, or he went on some Toriyama headassery and wished for something stupid, you know?
Or he gets into it and goes, well, actually, I decided to wish for boom, and then we don't find out for another 3 chapters.
Yes, that is a high likely chance of that happening as well. Unfortunately. But yeah, like those are like my main predictions for 84. And I think, yeah, I just think that that for when it comes down to like the whole Goku moment, like he's like having like a thing, like he, you know, he's like he having that like that memory. I'm really most curious to see how Goku reacts, and I want to know if that wish, whether the wish was made or not, whether, you know, it's like he wants his sons to thrive. I want to know what Goku feels hearing that about his dad. Because I feel like at this point, that's going to be the first time that Goku will have had a like an emotional connection with someone that he forgot about. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a matter of Goku don't remember. He remembers now. But now it's like, okay, now what does he do with those emotions? You know, is he gonna feel sad? Is he gonna feel proud? Is he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, if Goku gets sad, dude, this is gonna be one of the greatest anime moments of history. Because you know what happens with Saiyans, bro.
Sad about what?
Sad that like happy sad. That's what I mean. Like that his dad, even in a battle, he was only thinking about his kids. That is some heavily fatherly shit, man. And Goku never had that. Like, he's been a father figure. He's never had that in reverse. I mean, he had Grandpa Gohan. That's the most he's probably ever had. But Grandpa Gohan left him early, you know? He died like while he was still a kid. And even then Goku I always hear this because I have this Dragon Ball Lo-Fi songs that I listen to while I'm streaming. And they sampled where Goku was like, where Roshi was talking to Goku. He's like, oh, how's Grandpa Gohan? And Goku's like, Grandpa died actually a long time ago. And he was just chilling. Like, to him, Goku's like, oh, like, that sucks. I really wonder, man. Next chapter is going to be like a big one, I feel like, to say the least.
Do you think there's gonna be like a possibility of like a father-son reunite moment, low-key, like in the future, like in the near future, maybe? I mean, I don't know, because like even if Bardock's dead, who says? I mean, wishing him back would kind of be retarded, but like, who says they can't go to fucking wherever the fuck he's at in heaven? You know what I mean? Like,
that's true. You know what? That is true. That's the one thing I feel like they haven't really done in Dragon Ball, where like we've seen the conversations from the dead to the people that are alive. Like remember when? Well, obviously it happened with Goku first, right? Like when he died, his whole thing was Dragon Ball's hilarious. Like, when you just think about it, it's like, this dude died, okay? Then he had an adventure in death to go on Snake Way, to then go to King fucking Kai, and then train in death so that when he gets wished back, he would still keep all of that experience. Like, that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Goku was training for 7 years while he was gone after Cell to get Super Saiyan 3. And then he comes back alive for a day.
Not gonna lie. I mean, actually thinking about this type of shit though, like if that's a fucking theme, because Frieza did it too, technically, yeah. Like he and his
No.
Yes.
No.
Remember
wait,
when he was in his when Frieza was in his hell? Remember he was in that like fucking cocoon?
Wait a
He
minute.
did mental training.
Huh?
He did mental simulations of killing Goku in every possible way.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember
He
that.
boosted his energy and all that shit.
Yeah, but essentially like that got him his form, his
Nah,
golden
his
Frieza, right?
real training
Or
for
what?
Golden started when he was brought back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
alright.
what I'm talking about. But yeah,
'Cause,
I
like-
forgot about that funny shit. That's funny.
Cause like if that's the case though, yeah, like who says like all these other niggas that are in death aren't training in there?
Didn't Goku get Super Saiyan 3 in death?
That's what I'm saying. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He did. Like, the real shit. Like, through the
You
Pycon
can kill this
stuff
man
and all
and you
that.
can't stop him.
Like
no.
I'm not trying to say like Bardock's trading in death if that's where he is. or even Cell in this case. Like I mean, nah, like I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do this shit right now. Fuck.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
TID. Training in death, son. That's funny. That's so fucking funny. But okay, so, all right, I have to do this because it wouldn't be full power if I didn't do this, right?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Say Goku, after all this is done and over with, say he does want to have that conversation with his dad to see if it's even possible, because he does remember all this. The fact that we're talking about it right now, right? Like, oh, like when I was dead, I had conversations with you guys all the time. And then when Yamcha, Tien, remember when they all died and they did the same thing. They went to King Kai, and they trained with King Kai, and they had the conversation. Now check this out. What if Goku remembers all this, right? And he's like, can I talk to my dad? Right? And then they say no, because he's not dead. Oh!
You need to stop. I was gonna take that a different direction. I was like, you know what? I could totally see that conversation happening, and I can see Goku wanting it, especially after hearing everything on that tape. You know?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
I think that it'd be interesting if he tried to use King Kai or whoever to get in contact with him immediately, so he could ask his dad about what he did to beat Gas, like how to use that power. Mid-fight?
Oh,
Yes.
That would be fire.
That'd be
Yeah. I like that.
crazy.
That's a great idea. Holy shit. Yo, he would have to, what he would have to do is he would have to hit up King Yemma. Cause King Yemma, he got the fucking book.
He got he got the whole book.
He got the whole directory of everybody that dies. Okay, so
Man, they gonna be stamping.
yeah,
Right.
dude. If that happens, that would be awesome. That would be so cool if that should happen, man. Think about that, dude. That would be one of the greatest. Dude, this arc is OD. Like,
No, it's not OD. Give us our
arc is
fucking
OD.
royalties. We're making it OD.
okay, but still, it is OD because we are helping build hype towards shit that could probably
gonna happen.
not gonna happen. But either
Bro,
way,
bro. King Yama, that's a hard take, even though that would be hilarious. Imagine like a scene. This nigga
dude,
this nigga just stamping shit.
dude, just all right. Imagine, I'm not saying this is gonna happen next chapter, right? But I just want you guys to imagine, like, okay, new chapter comes out, we open this shit up, we're reading, and there's a scene, and we see King Yemma.
Stop.
Yo, like, no
That's
context,
a
you just see
reach.
King Yemma.
That's a reach.
That is super reaching.
Listen,
Man. I mean, it's a great like theory or possibility, but like the chances of it are just like super
that
slim.
is such,
Like,
but that's such a big brain idea
it
to
is
have.
big brain.
We've
It
come
is
up with
big
so
brain.
many of those that they don't care.
It is.
Don't care,
bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, like,
I mean, they could go. They don't even technically. Well, I mean, to do what Kai's scenario is, then, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
dude.
But I mean, if it's after the fact of after the whole fight, whatever, for him to actually want to talk to his dad, like, they could go the route of, I don't know, I guess calling Shenron in this case and be like.
They call fucking Shenron for
to wish for it, or I mean, Goku actually don't even need.
They don't need no fucking wish to just have a conversation.
Nah,
they got connections. They can hit up a god if anything first.
That's what I'm saying too. They could do that. They could just fucking skip the rulings at this point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Shit.
But yeah, I mean, King Yama is. I like that. Because that's confirmation of death.
Yeah.
So that's confirmation right there. Like,
dude, just think about this, right? King Yama has never left that spot. My man is stamping as we speak right now. All these people that is going. What?
Have we seen King Yama even once at all in Dragon Ball Super?
No. I'll say that confidently.
Right?
You know, I don't. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all of the filler moments that have happened, and I don't think so.
Why are we even counting filler?
Because that's normally when it would have happened. I feel like, you know, likeliness.
It doesn't even matter.
Well,
filler.
Listen, Kai, I can't unthink of this theory that you started here because I'm just taking yours and I'm combining it with mine, right? Because literally this is how it's gonna go down. Goku is going to think like, I wonder if I could talk to my dad and ask him like how he was able to just do it, how he's able to defeat Gas or, you know, whatever, right? And then he has the idea, wait, let me ask King Yama. So then he gets a hold of King Yama or he like, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Goku can do that. Like, because he could talk to basically anybody. He could talk to King Kai if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know it would have... Wait, I'm sorry. You know it would have been a crazy way for them to sneak this in if King Yama's spot was one of the places that they, him and Gas, like, instant transmission fought over to.
Nah. That would have been... Nah, see, that wouldn't even made sense. Because for him... No, because... If Goku did that...
Goku can do it, though.
No, Goku can, but if Gas did it, I would feel some type of way. Because that's OD. Like...
That is OD.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's... Nah, bro. Like, he could barely do it as it is going from... Like, he could follow him from, like, location to location, planet to planet, or whatever, area to area.
Yeah, he did, but that's the thing, is Goku uses checkpoints. So if Goku used, like, King Kai's as a checkpoint and Gas was able to reach that shit... And, you know what I mean? It all depends on how far it was.
See,
I was just saying that would be an interesting way for them to have snuck that in if this was the direction they were going to take with it.
Yo, if we
haven't seen him.
But I know, but if they let this man Gas really do that shit, just understand what that means, right? Because the fact that Goku, yes, I feel like part of the reason why he's able to, if he wanted to, he could go back up there. Because he's been there and he applies that with his instant transmission.
Dude, he can go right now.
And he go and like, and it's but you understand that it's like another plane of existence.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
He can still cross it though.
But if Gas did that shit, I would honestly have to question. I'd be like, listen,
Cell did it. Uh-huh. I was waiting. I was holding on that.
But didn't Cell kind of like perfect it?
Perfect.
He perfected the instant transmission just by.
Okay, but Cell did it. That's all I gotta say though. Like,
Cell and Gas are different though. So,
it's been done.
It has been done, but damn that. See, I don't like it because
you see, I already feel that like. The way they would write this shit, I feel like they would say that Goku already kind of knows how to defeat Gas just by watching or listening to Bardock fucking.
I can totally
like
see
say
that.
what he says because Bardock literally just kept fighting and saying all this positive shit about, you know,
No, he about to be on some
Like-
John Cena shit, never giving up.
like-
That's the whole point.
Yeah, basically. So like Goku's about to just go deep within or some shit like that, you know, and within his own right, and follow
Nah.
his dad's footsteps or some shit.
I
don't think
you.
they're gonna have that conversation just because this is Dragon Ball.
Yo, Brandon, he took out all the hype fucking shit we just came up with. He said, nah, son, he snapped us back to reality. But then, okay, so to that, here's the more practical fucking scenario that's gonna happen in 84 or beyond, right? Goku's literally gonna say, or he's gonna realize, oh, basically my dad didn't give up. And he said that I'm gonna keep fighting because I know that Saiyans can push past their limits when they, you know what I'm saying? And that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna literally repeat that shit that Bardock said, and it's gonna feel like an ass pull. And
Another one.
Goku's just gonna, and then life carries on.
You see, but I feel like Goku's push is gonna have to be
Ultra
a
Instinct.
lot more than it's gonna have to be a lot more than what Bardock's push was at that time.
Oh, clearly.
It's gonna be either another transformation or whatever.
Well, you know what? I think at that point, then it would make sense for Goku to, use that as a like a catalyst in a sense to. I don't know whether he's unlocking a new. I don't think it's new. I think he's just gonna because the whole theme this chapter has been he's struggled with mastering Ultra Instinct to get the mastered form. I don't think he's gonna fucking get something else now. I think he's just going to get mastered Ultra Instinct. He's gonna maintain it. He's gonna be good to go off of the Bardock buff of the Talk No Jutsu. And that's what it's going to be for him, because the generations are always supposed to surpass the last. And in this case, Bardock is the father. He clearly beat Gas at a earlier point in his strength, remember. Goku's fighting him basically with 40 years of training plus a wish. Take that into consideration. Bardock had it way easier, even though it was pretty fucked up back then too.
Nah, I'm not confirming that wish to be real until we get some explanation as to why only one of the sons was granted the wish.
No, I'm not even talking about that wish. I'm talking about the wish that Gas was put on to be the strongest in the universe as well. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this fucking thriving shit. Are you kidding me? Fucking Raz did not thrive. Okay, he did not thrive. He was he was
Dude, his hair was thriving. He looked Super Saiyan 3 before any of us knew.
Exactly. He gave food to the Super Dragon Ball Heroes fans. It's like, yo, but if he goes Super Saiyan, is he a Super Saiyan or is he a Super Saiyan 3? Motherfucker, his hair's long. My man came out the womb with long hair. All right.
So does that mean Nappa can never go Super Saiyan anything?
Come on. I'm sure a fucking little sprout can come out. All right,
Nah, his mustache gonna flare.
It's
up.
the mustache, exactly. But you know what? He did have hair though. Way back in the day, he did have hair. Old Nappa
Yeah, he did. He
had
did.
hair.
You're right. So did Krillin.
Facts, but he's not a Saiyan. Oh,
I mean,
he gets super bald. I don't know, whatever. But I think that about does it. Unless you guys got anything left you wanna throw out there for the folks at home.
Well, we just
No,
gotta
I think
remember
I'm
to
good.
keep it simple and fucking clean when it comes to Dragon Ball. So don't go outside of the box too much, fellas, and we're just gonna
Yeah.
enjoy the next chapter 84. Yep.
yeah, don't be
And,
like us.
Yeah. don't expect too much, fellas.
Right.
Don't expect too much.
All right, boys.
Wise words.
Just gotta kill it. Just stamp
Yo,
down.
before it kills you.
Your brother Uch is the King Yemma here. He's just all the ideas.
Stamp
Nope. Yeet. Not happening. Nope. You're thinking too much. Yo. Yeet. It's
Yep.
done.
I'm just gonna need a stamp now, man.
Wise words.
All right. So in that case, everybody, make sure you guys are hitting us up at fullpowerpod. Well, fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That is fullpowerpod@gmail.com with all of your questions, comments, concerns for maybe future topic episodes like this, even though, you know, obviously these are themed towards the chapters specifically. But hey, we have another 3 more episodes that's not going to be specifically about this chapter or chapter review. So if there's anything that you guys want us to maybe break down a little bit more, leave a comment or just email us. And make sure you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting us up in the description below. All the supporting links are going to be there. Make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves. May the power protect you. Keep it locked, loaded right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. We'll see y'all next time.